With me shooting in the gym.
Well, what's going on, folks?
Yes.
Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome back to the No Hope Thoughts Podcast. We're your hosts, I'm Ryan.
Bruh.
AJ.
And on today's episode, we're going to hit y'all with a few topics today. Let's start it off with the post that you sent about, what was it? The guy, he was talking to the lady and telling her, oh no.
We should have played it first.
I honestly want a six-figure guy, is what I'm realizing.
And ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one of you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So,
did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Say what? I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but.
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that, okay. Average looking women. Average looking woman who's older. Average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son. Average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. and you're making. I mean, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone, straight up, because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities. And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids. And you're average. And your reality of your life has showed you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you. See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself that you can have it all, and you got a Prince Charming who's 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, jawline, all this other kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, man. No. Most people get average people, especially average people. And you're an average person. I mean, let's be real. You're not running Microsoft. You got a pet grooming business. You've been making 6 figures for the last 3 years. Okay. But if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair, what do you look like under there?
I mean, I look the same.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
I'm sorry?
No, you don't. You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
So what is your advice for women that...
All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening to me. This is why I always recommend you need therapy. Because you seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being, don't tell me I'm being mean. I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here. And I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. I'm tired of y'all doing this shit.
He asked her, what did she think about her looks? She described herself as a 5. And when she put makeup on, she's a 6. So that comes out as average. I noticed that as soon as she said it, I was like, oh, that's pretty average. And throughout the video, he was telling her how average she was in the looks department. So he told her, you as an average woman cannot get the man that you seek, the top 10% of men.
Well,
that's it.
Top
10% far as $100,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, because she wanted a 6-figure income man.
She said she wanted a 6-figure.
Well, what she said, because she actually called into the show and he was not talking about that topic. She wanted his opinion on what could she do because she feels like she deserves a 6-figure man. And he was like, well, honestly, like, because of, you feel that way because you make 6 figures, you've been making 6 figures for some time. But he was like, let's be realistic here. You're not doing brain surgery, like you got a dog grooming business. And she, that's what I said when he said it. That's what I said.
I don't mean to laugh, you know what I mean?
Because when he said, I did the same thing. So he was like, each time I say something about, how you explain your situation to me, when each time I relay it back, it gets worse and worse. Like, you're 35, then you have a child, then your child's 13, so you know how kids get when they're 13.
With a sketchy baby dad.
Right, with a sketchy baby dad. I was like, I started laughing when he said that.
So answer me this: Why do you think, if you can answer, if she feels that she deserves, like she felt she deserves
What's up, Instagram?
a 6-figure man?
Hey, Instagram. I think honestly, he hit it on the head.
Okay.
You know what's first of all, don't do that.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what you're not gonna do. And what's funny is you can actually see my comment because it was so many women comment and they was like, "Who is this guy? Like he a weirdo? Like he a loser?" And she was like, and she actually said one point in time, like, "You're just being mean." He was like, "Miss, I'm not being mean. You wanted a man that was gonna give it to you straight." He was like, "I'm trying to be," excuse me, y'all, because I'm eating Lifesaver. But he was like, "I'm trying to give it to you as clear as I possibly can, and you're not trying to hear what I'm saying." And the women were like, they were in the comments like, "He's just mean, he's nasty." And me, in my mouth, I'm like, what I don't understand, you called into this man's show because you said you like that he's straightforward, he gonna give it to you straight. He gives it to you straight, and then you like, he mean. No, you wanted him to hold your hand and walk you through the process. So if that's the case, you should have called one of your friends, even if you got a male cousin. Call one of them so they can hold your hand through the process and they can be like, just maybe, they out here tripping.
That's
like
really
that's what she
wanted.
wanted him to do.
That's
And
really
he
what
was
she
like,
wanted. And he gave it to
nah,
her
they're not
straightforward.
tripping. Like you can't say like, "Oh well, when I wake up, I'm a," what'd she say, she a 3 or 5?
She said she wakes up at 5 and puts herself together
Right.
and is a 6.
So
She said she was ugly from the rip. She said,
I don't understand that. When
But
you
what
put
had me
yourself
cracking up,
together,
she
you
gonna
only
say-
go up 1?
She gonna say, "But my body not a 5." And he like, "Ma'am, just stop it."
Yeah, he
Like,
shut that down.
Just stop it.
listen.
And so what had me crazy, like, is I'm like, okay, I know there's a lot of females out there. Can I finish my statement for you, D-Bro? What was that?
Oh, no, that wasn't for you.
Yeah, whatever.
That wasn't for you.
So I'm like, there's a lot of females out there, myself included. Even if somebody be like, well, if they rate you, they may rate you a 5, a 3, a 7, an 8, a 1. At the end of the day, it's up to you to decide who you think you are. So, sis, first of all, if you already think you're a 5, you're a 5.
She definitely a 5. She definitely a 5. No, I'm saying because she came from the rip and was like, I wake up in the morning at 5. I was like, oh wow. And I thought when she said when I put myself together, I thought she was going to say 8, 8.5, 9.
But remember, he told her
said
no
6.
7 because a lot of girls will say, a lot of women.
So did she have to go under,
will
or
say
does she
7.
really think she a 6?
I mean, I think she really.
Honestly,
really
if she thought she was a 7, she should have just said 7.
I mean, he was like, "Don't say 7 because people normally will throw out
So?
7. But no, because
If that's
women,
how you feel, straight shoot it right back to him.
No, women will throw out a 7, and even some men will throw out a 7 because they like, if I say 10, they gonna try to clown me. I ain't gonna say I'm no 5.
Everybody
no 6
should think
either.
they're 10.
Right. That's what I'm saying, and that's the point I was trying to get to for you, deep breath over here.
No,
What I was trying to
everybody
say.
should think they're
Well,
I mean, you
don't know.
should. I mean,
I don't
that don't mean that I supposed to agree, but everybody thinks they should
Exactly.
agree.
That's
You got
what I'm
working
saying. At
eyes,
the
you
end
see
of the
that you
day,
ugly.
everybody is supposed to. Feel
I mean,
like,
who in the world in the right mind would say that they ugly? Would you say you ugly?
She did.
She basically did.
She
did.
She gave herself a 5.
That's what she said.
I was a little bit shocked about
Yeah.
that.
Well, when she said she was a 5.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie.
No,
like,
what got me is when she was like, she was like, when I put myself together, I'm a 6. And he was like, you honestly, like, you really feel like you're a 5? And she was like, well, my body not a 5. And he like, well, why do you wear all that? And she like, well, I mean, I look the same with it. He like, no, you don't.
No, the hell you
wouldn't
don't.
do all that.
you don't.
And that's what had me mad, because he was like, you would not do all that
Right.
if you felt like you were the exact, like you looked the exact same. And that's the thing I hate. Like, we're gonna do a subject one of these days on these eyelashes. They be like this, because I hate them, yo. They be like, I can't stand them, like, especially the girls I work with, like, yo, like, we in here pulling medications, y'all doing infusion in the lab room. You ain't even supposed to have them on in there. Like, what if it fall into, like,
What is the
some
point of it?
medication?
Now, you know what, like you said,
I
we're
don't
going to
know,
get into it
man.
another time.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that another time, because it burns me. I can't stand them lashes. But yeah, back to her. Like, I just the more he tried to give her, like, the more he gave her reasonings for why, like, it's nothing. It's nothing wrong with you. You make what you make. Cool. But his one question to her was, why can't you be satisfied with the average man. And she was like, because I just feel like, and he was like, you feel that way.
Instagram, what up,
because
y'all?
You've been making in the 6 figures for some time. You feel like, okay, I make 6 figures. I deserve somebody who makes 6 figures. No.
Where does that mindset come from?
That's what I'm saying.
Where
So
does
do
that
they say
mindset
that
come
every
from?
man that makes 6 figures think he's supposed to date a woman with 6 figures too? Or like, no, because some of them actually don't be with women that make 6 figures. Some of them be with them that make more. Like, that just didn't make no sense to me. And the fact that she was really like the woman in the comments that were like, he's just mean. I'm like, yo, all y'all need to shut up. She called into this man's show. She asked him for his opinion. She got it. Now, he ended up having to go in on her, cussing her out, because they say that part where he cussed out and was like, get off my phone. He hung up on her. Because after like 15 minutes of telling somebody the same thing. Right. That's like you being like, well, how you get to the store? And I'm like, you know, it's around the corner, you make a left. You be like, but what if I take? And I'm like, no, you gotta go to make the left because it's a one way. But what if I back up the street? Like, then a cop gonna get you. You gotta make the left. Like, and he just kept having to explain to her, like, sis, you gotta make this left. And she just was not trying to hear it. So I was in the comments like, oh, y'all need to shut up. Like, I don't know what y'all expect this man to say. He gave it to you. Just be like, I got my, I answered the question. I got my answer. And just go ahead with your life, sis. Like, it's, and one person liked it. And what's funny is the one person that liked it happened to be a girlfriend of mine. And she agreed with me. But everybody else, he ain't nobody. Who is he really? And I looked dude up. Dude, he really about that. He really.
What does he do? He's like
real estate investor and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, he really has money, and that's why he hiding his face.
He was like men like me.
Right. He has a whole page.
Don't
He's
need
not
a woman
hiding
like
his
you.
face. I guess he wanted to do a sexy ambience that night. I don't know, but he's not hiding his face. And he even posted a girl that was, because she said she was 5'2", like 170. He posted some girl. Oh, I don't even know why he posted this girl. Bodies didn't even look the same, really. But he gonna post this other girl, and he was like, this is somebody's 5'2", 170 pounds. Like, this her right here. And I just started laughing because I'm like, ew, she shaped like this microphone. Like, why would you even put her up there? That don't mean that that's what the other girl was shaped like.
Yeah,
you did wrong for that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, she asked a question. She got her answer.
Ross said it on one of our shows some time ago, and he said before, I'm
gonna show you up in there.
He said, you don't qualify. Like, women be wanting these men, and they don't qualify. And all he did was ask her questions. She replied back with answers, and he used everything that she said. It's not like he jumped the gun like me. Like, I would say, I would just predict something or whatever. He asked her direct questions.
What you gonna predict?
Like, I mean, anything that I predict. But he asked her direct questions, and she gave her answer. I'm a 5, I'm a 6. Where she worked at, all that other stuff. And he was like, okay, based off of what your answers are,
right,
you don't qualify for this type of man.
Yeah,
and it was just, and he told her, listen. She's like, well, let me.
Right.
He's like you're not
back.
listening. Like, you're not listening. But that's what I always say. Women don't
I
listen.
should have put my phone.
Yeah.
Women don't listen.
And then he started breaking down everything else.
Yo, I was looking at his show. His show is crazy. He be cussing everybody out in that show.
35.
And the thing about it,
sketchy baby dad.
Right. And I was like,
13-year-old kid.
And that's what I was like, I dig
women,
it. I understand 100% what he was saying.
Women don't be having nothing. Like, they don't have nothing. They don't have a car. They don't have a house. They on Section 8.
I got somebody else's kids.
Listen, and then next thing you know, they say, I want that man that's a lawyer, athlete. What do you got to bring to the table? Ass?
She said
right, you supposed to be hitting the button. You're supposed to be hitting the button. No.
Is that the wrong button?
No. The beat. When I say curse word.
No, I realized it don't really work because with the microphone you still can hear the.
Oh man.
You gotta stop yourself and press the beat yourself.
Okay.
Like what the? You gotta press the button.
Oh yeah, that's not cool.
It's still kind of funny when you hit the button though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. But I mean, a lot of women, they just not qualified for it. And I like what he did because he broke it right down to her in a calm way.
And then she said, but what if he said, no, sis. She was like, but I just feel like, it was like 15 minutes. It just.
And you could tell that he was an older man because what he did was.
He said he's 44. He's like 40 something.
Like me, she probably would have had me on the line forever. like me trying to like get yelling at her and all that, trying to get through
You
to
still
her.
been on that line.
He was like, listen.
I'd have called in to yell at both of y'all.
He said, get the fuck off my phone. And he just hung up.
I'm sick of
He
y'all.
did. He said, call my show.
He said, this ain't even a topic for y'all. I said, damn.
He said, I took your phone call,
Yes, he did.
Listen.
Yes, he did. He
and it
got
all went
mad.
downhill from there.
And every platform that I've seen that on, like every different page I saw it on, like was it Shade Room, some other rooms, I don't know, but every single one that I saw it on, there were so many ladies, and then there was a few guys too that was like, sis, you don't let no man define you. Cool, you don't have to let nobody define you.
But she asked a question.
But right, that's
She
my
asked a question.
thing. People, I feel like this generation be so sensitive at time. You can't ask for somebody's opinion, and then they give you your opinion. Then you be like, "What you know?"
I know enough not to tell your ass my
that's
opinion
it.
no more because you ain't
And
gonna listen.
that's the thing. Like that's like
And
once
he
somebody
gave it to us
hits you.
straight. He was like, "Look, they're not really gonna take you serious. Like, and that's just what it is. It's just something to do, and then we just gonna roll."
Once somebody
Right.
tell me, like if I tell somebody something that's simple, and they give me a butt, I just
Right,
stop. Like you know
I'm
what I
done.
mean? Like
I'm done.
it,
I'm not.
it depends on what it is, but like on that call, I would have been all day. You know what I mean? Because that's just
See, I'm good for the.
All right, let's switch gears to the second topic.
The
I'm
second
hungry.
top-
I'm
the
hungry.
second
I gotta
topic.
call you back real quick. My microwave going off. Something.
What's the topic? How long?
What?
How long is?
But wait a minute. What if somebody wanted to call in? Because I feel
Oh,
like
they got the call-in number.
They got the call-in
the one
number.
thing that I was like, I really wanted to know, and I wanted to know if some women, because I mean, I know every woman don't agree with me, but the question that I have is, why do some women feel like they can't settle for a regular guy? Like, I want to know what, like, and I know the crazy thing is I know a lot of females like that, and a lot of times it'll be like, well, I wear this, or my body like this.
The call-in number, and they can go ahead and tell us.
Man, I don't even know that number by heart. I barely know my number by heart, yeah? What's that number?
I'm putting it in there now.
Oh, okay, glad. Or
Yeah,
like,
I
what's some
mean-
of the reasons? Because I understand the mindset where you feel like, you know, you don't want to settle for less than you deserve. I'm a firm believer in that. But settling for less than what you deserve and being with a good man is two totally different things. A good man comes in all types of, they come in all forms. Like, you will find a good man who's the trash truck guy.
Hey,
and
y'all.
and you don't want to mess with him
Instagram.
like that because he's the trash man. Sis, that don't mean when he go home and take a shower, he not fine. Like, shoot, like that. I just don't understand it. Like, what's wrong with the guy who's working with his hands? Like, what happened to women that like those guys? Like, guys that build stuff.
I don't know.
Like, what happened to them? Like, why ladies don't like them no
I've
more?
seen too many
I mean, I
times.
like a suit, but
What's the chick name that she said she wouldn't mess with a guy that works a 9 to 5?
Oh, the girl
Yeah.
off of Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
first of all, is Wild 'N Out still on?
Nah,
No,
They came
no, but she said it when Wildin' Out was still on.
I couldn't stand that show when it was on. They tried.
What's
too
her
hard.
name? Come on, y'all, help me out.
B.
Instagram.
Simone.
B. Simone. B. Simone.
Oh, the one with the eyebrows. She got.
But I don't knock that. And she got her standards high. You know what I mean? She don't want a
But-
man with a 9 to 5.
Okay,
That's fine.
but before she became
I mean,
Instagram
I'm cool
now,
with that.
Y'all see my daughter's lip gloss. 90s guys doing it.
Nah, go ahead. Before she became.
But before
no,
she became,
No, he was
Yeah,
like,
no, I was saying not to cut that off because I was already thinking.
because before she became, you know, B. Simone, and she was doing her skits and stuff, and nobody knew her. You really gonna tell me
still don't know her.
the whole time she was out here dating? She ain't dating nobody. So what was she just dating drug dealers? And she was just dating
Because basically the reason I said what's the problem with the 9 to 5, she was like, I need somebody who gets money fast.
So she want a drug dealer then.
You got to get to that money fast.
So she want a drug
I
dealer.
mean, you don't have to be a drug dealer. I mean,
Who else get money fast like that?
well, what's fast when you get
That's
a check written out for $20 million?
I mean, that's true too, but now the thing
That's
is,
not-
see,
okay,
now,
but
this,
it
is, now
goes-
this is the thing.
it ties
Do
into
you
this.
think? Now this is the thing.
She
Do
got
you
$20
think-
million.
Do you think
I mean, I
that
think
a
she- I
man?
think she okay.
Because y'all not going to ignore this question. Do you
Look-wise.
think? Now, B. Simone is pretty. I think she's pretty.
She.
Shaq.
Anyway, we ain't even gonna go there because I don't
She's
like that
alright.
nonsense.
Yeah.
She's
alright.
pretty. Anyway, shut up.
You ain't call nobody ugly yet.
That ain't even
Yo,
a
you
question.
really haven't.
She ain't call nobody ugly yet.
Because I don't think. I mean, we haven't ran across nobody yet that I think is ugly. Anyway.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, this is what y'all fail to realize.
Okay.
if I'm seeing somebody that's ugly, or I think somebody's ugly, normally their attitude sucks. Cause I know people that are cute in the exterior, but they're just ugly. Like they're just ugly people. Nah, that's just not how I am. Because unfortunately, excuse me, I don't base that off of people. Like I just don't. That's just not me. It's not my thing. Okay. I dated some guys, and my girlfriends was like, "Girl, he's ugly." And
you
I was
dated
like,
an ugly guy?
I dated an ugly guy before, and I was like, "Yo, like he all that," and she was like, "No, he not. Like, girl, he ugly." I said, "I think he fine. Like, but the type of person he was, I found him gorgeous. So I mean, look, at the end of the day, she had to be with him. I was with him, and I liked all the ugly. So it was what it was.
Shoot your shot.
Right? He was all that to me. So I don't care. But my question would be, Simone, do you really think with her being who she is now, even if she did date guys that was in that, a 9-to-5 guy back then, okay, but now she feel like she upped her status, she shouldn't have to. Do you think somebody like old head who we was watching would take her serious? Her whole ass be out on Instagram. Ooh. Cut that. My bad.
I don't know.
We live. Talking about cut that.
Cut that. We got to edit that. My bad to go hear that.
We
but
live.
her whole,
cut that.
No, because her whole,
cut
like,
that.
she out here with her whole cheeks out when she's advertising for certain stuff. Now, do you think a man that's in that percent is going to take you serious and you out here with everything out? 9 times out of 10, if they're up there, they don't even have an Instagram. Or if they do, they might got like a picture. It's always something stupid. Like they got a picture of a boat.
I don't take
they got a picture of a boat or like a dog.
I don't take
or
no
like they be
woman
on the beach
serious
and they be like
on like Instagram.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I would I don't even take her serious as wifey material. Gilly said it. Like I wish I could have reposted, but I couldn't.
These comments.
But I mean,
paragraphs.
Somebody, that's a whole nother. Let's just go to the next topic because we gotta pay some bills. We gotta pay.
Ain't nobody's calling in, so let's go ahead and pay these
y'all need to call in. I mean, that's your fault. I mean, maybe y'all got a cricket icky. You know what I mean? But the next, go ahead, Rob.
The second topic is how old is too old for? Was it a man or just a child in general?
I think it's men because that's what it. No.
All right, well, we go right here. How old is
I'm
too old for a man to be still at home with his parents?